Welcome to AgeLess, a podcast uncovering the truth about healthy aging, mindset and medical aesthetics for adults of all ages. I'm Dr Jonquille Chantrey, surgeon and global thought leader in positive aging and aesthetic medicine. With over 20 years in research, medical education and clinical practice, I'm cutting through the noise in aging, beauty and wellness, creating a space where evidence meets empowerment. I'll bring you world-class experts in medicine, aging, science, wellness and culture, innovators and thinkers who are shaping the future of these areas, as well as real-life stories from the people I work with in my career. Together, we'll answer your questions, explore evidence-based strategies, pioneering treatments and cultural truths, and most importantly, we'll turn them into realistic steps you can apply in your daily life. Trends are a fascinating influence. They can have impact at unbelievable speed and power. As a trend forecaster, I spend a lot of my week examining the latest trends, and I'm here to help you differentiate which ones might empower you or which ones disempower you. Because medicine, unfortunately, doesn't have the same freedom as fashion. I want this to be a collective space for the ageless community, a place to feel informed, inspired, and empowered to make intelligent, conscious choices about health, confidence, and identity. My research with my patients informs me that empowered aging isn't just about adding years. It's about moving through life with clarity and energy, feeling more free from outdated attractiveness standards and narrow definitions of age. For over 2 decades, I've worked at the intersection of aesthetics, mental health, and aging medicine. After performing over 80,000 surgical and complex medical aesthetic procedures, I haven't just delivered the physical treatments. In my Clinic 1 aesthetic studio, I've helped my patients from all around the world to redefine their own beliefs around attractiveness, confidence, and health. We work on questions that they want answered in their daily lives, like how do I make my skin look healthier? How do I look less tired? How can I get more energy throughout the day? And what are the latest aesthetic procedures and products and lasers? And how do I slow the signs of aging on my face and body? And how do I feel more confident as I age? And when I say aging, I don't mean only those in their 40s and beyond. This conversation is relevant to all adults. Aging starts the moment we're born. There are timeless medical principles that apply to all ages, but every decade brings its own questions and challenges. No matter the age, everyone's own personal health and skin needs are different. And while universal health truths matter, so does personalised healthcare and finding qualified practitioners who you can trust and who have your best interests at heart. Personalised healthcare and individuality have become recent buzzwords. I contributed to a major piece of research and a book on individuality in this last year. Individuality is such a complex subject and how confident people feel to express it. I'm an advocate for more people to understand and embrace their broader identities in safe environments and for doctors to authentically support that journey. I'm also a really pragmatic doctor. There's literally no point me giving advice that just doesn't fit with my patient's lifestyle or mindset. I want my patients and the ageless community to have practical daily steps that genuinely make a difference. Tips you can sustain. Right now in longevity and aesthetics, there's a lot of emerging information, but even if it's correct, it's often idealistic, conflicting, and overwhelming. Patients tell me they can feel paralysed by the pressure of idealistic advice that's out there. So either they don't start or they can't keep going. And eventually doing nothing and then maintaining bad habits can breed shame. And shame, one of the most challenging emotions, can cause some very unhealthy cycles and behaviours. And I believe, disease. If we can treat these questions with dignity, evidence and compassion, we can move from shame into agency. That's a big reason why I've created AgeLess, to help people really look beyond surface beauty and health trends and support their self-improvement. I honestly believe the first step is understanding our own goals and motivations. Why do you want to change, evolve, or invest in yourself? Your why can be a really positive motivator that shapes your own aesthetic ideals and how you want to look and feel. Much of the research I've worked on reveals a common truth, that people usually want to make improvements for themselves and not anyone else. Societies have often made people feel either guilty about this or that something is inherently wrong with them. But self-improvement from a healthy and informed inner state can be a hugely successful and rewarding way of life.